on the screen, I just want to give you a quick walkthrough of the website itself, right? So when you go into the website and you're logged into the Python for Beginners course, at the top here, you should see a bunch of tabs, right? Or a bunch of links. And if you, let me just walk through them. The main link that you will use most of the time is the course link. And if you click on the course link, okay, as soon as I clicked it, I want to tell you guys something. The ACADS website just tries to load a lot of data when you click on the link. So if you're clicked on a link, you should probably give it a couple of seconds, no more than 3 or 4 seconds. And you can see that it's actually loading data if you look at the bottom of the screen as well. So please be patient with that 1 second load, but once it loads the data, so I'm going to actually do that. So if I click on this, so if you come into the course page, you should see the course outline. So let me actually start with a session that I thought you guys would have been able to do before we started this session. So if you click on the welcome session, as you can see, it's spinning up on top and we are inside the welcome session. So once you are inside the session, for example, I had asked you, I had posted a welcome message for you, and I had said, complete the course survey, right? So the survey itself is here. So maybe we can do this right now and see. Can you guys go to, all of you who have access to the course website, can you go to this tab 3 here and see if you can take the survey, and we'll see if you can tabulate the results in real time as you enter it. Maybe I will give you like a minute to complete the survey, the first interactive thing that you actually get to do. So it looks like nobody wants to have took the course just to have fun, right? You guys are much more serious, and you want to use the course clearly to improve career prospects. So that is something that, you know, as we do these polls, I'm not doing these polls just for amusement. It is something that we will register and we will use as we evolve our content and our discussions, right? So every piece of feedback that you give us will be used, and it's not just for entertainment. 50% of you think that programming is relevant to your current job, and I will say that in 2 ways, right? For those of you who are in programming roles or who can use programming, it's a wonderful, wonderful tool to be good at programming. But for those who are not directly programmers, even if you're a project manager or a business manager, being able to think in terms of solutions that can be programmed, so you can have somebody else build the program for you, would be a wonderful way to be more productive at your job. So since many of you think it is relevant to your job, and even 33% of you think maybe, I'd be very, very happy if more of you who said maybe will convert it into something that is a definite yes. I love this fact that 67% of you said you would like to learn with colleagues and friends. And like I said, just in my own learning experiences, just as my teachers were very important, I think colleagues and friends will be very, very important to your learning experience. I see that 50% of you have said you want to use Python as a foundation for learning data science. Like we said earlier, we will, this particular course, I want to stress this, right? This particular course is designed to give you a foundation, right? Designed to give you a foundation to build up to becoming a data scientist, right? So a data scientist needs to write programs as well. And this course will give you a beautiful foundation. After this course, we will create specialized courses to give you access to tools specific to data science. I mean, programming tools specific to data science, and also to give you access after that to the algorithmic tools specific to data science, right? So there's mathematics and algorithms. We will touch on both of those topics depending on how deeply you want to go into them. So the data science journey, to be honest, is not something that you spend a couple of hours here and there and you're going to be done. I think it will take some dedicated and concentrated effort. But for those of you who are committed to becoming data scientists, I encourage further discussions with you, and we'll create customized learning paths that will make you productive. I see that some of you are having a 500 error on the webpage. I see Manish is doing a great job on chat. So perhaps you want to kill the browser session and restart it.
I mean, I'm saying like if they are still having a problem, we'll figure it out from the technical team why it's happening. But then for now, they can focus on what's being discussed.
Yes.
Rather than just getting worried about or getting frustrated about this.
Yeah. So like, okay, so let me just say this. We've tried to incorporate a lot of interactive experiences using whatever technology we thought we could find. And of course, we tested it. Probably not as extensively as having all of you on the website. And maybe there are many, many different user experiences because people are in different locations on different computers. And the real world shows us that no matter how much we test and plan, the real world is always challenging. But I don't want you guys to be frustrated about it. Please report it to us so we can make it all quickly resolved. Please attend. I saw somebody's comment about the logistics for a midweek session. If it's possible, please do come to that session so we can go over anything that you want to do interactively with us, which you couldn't do today, right? But I will do my best to talk you through all of it. So if you just sit back and just follow the conversation, I'll highlight things on the screen, and you should be able to see this. Okay, so the next one was I asked how much you agree with the following statements. So the concepts and ideas present in this course will help my career. And got 55% agree, only 18% strongly agree. I think that's perfectly a sensible response. Hopefully, if we take this poll after we finish the course, we'll see those numbers move, and I'll be happy if they move the way I want them to move. I find the subject of this course interesting. Strongly agree, 55%. I think it's beautiful that all of you find the subject interesting. Again, I have to stress this. I have worked with people from numerous backgrounds. And one of the first things we lose as we spend more and more time learning is some of our interest gets eroded. Right? Things become a struggle to pass exams, to memorize things, etc. And we're not excited by learning, and we have interest fading. It's wonderful, wonderful thing to see all of you so interested in learning something. And I can only say I'm so impressed, and I hope I will sustain your excitement and interest in learning. I feel confident I will do well in this class. Strongly agree, only 27%. Agree, 45%. That's not bad too. Some people are neutral, so we got to work on those. I don't have names here, but if you reach out to me, we'll see what we can do specifically to make your confidence stronger. Again, something to stress. Confidence is important. Right? Confidence should not become arrogance, but it should just be confidence, right? So if you're confident that we're going to do well, but I understand if you have no background in programming, you don't understand what it is all about, then maybe, yes, being neutral is fine. But we'll talk more about it, and hopefully we'll see that needle move a little bit. I'm committed to putting the time and effort to be successful in this course. So most of you are committed. And again, like I said, there's only so much that we can do to provide you access to content and show you things. The most important skill is for you to actually put in the time and effort to make it your own, to make it, to shape it in the way you want to shape it, and make it part of your mental makeup, right? So since you guys are committed, I'm excited. I will ask this question again though. How much time have you put in? And it'll be curious. By the way, one of the challenges that many online processes have faced is that people do not sustain their commitments. So if we can do anything to continue to keep these commitment levels high, again, please reach out and we'll do everything possible. Understanding the material is just as important to me as getting a good grade. I must admit, I'm so surprised by this. Because there is a part of the world that says, you know what, all I want is give me a grade. Maybe you guys are really a very special bunch, and that makes it exciting for me, right? Because this is not about a grade. In fact, I'd be happy to give everyone wonderful grades. This is about learning. So that's a strong resonance. If you have any comments about I'm still getting new to this, so I'm not able to monitor chat and and talk at the same time. So I'm going to focus on the content, and then at some moment when I give you an exercise or something, I will read the chat and I will talk about it. And maybe if there's anything urgent, Manish will jump in with any comments. Okay, so the last thing, right, is the discussion forums. So if you go into the so just so you know, the course itself is arranged in this way, right? So there's the main course tabs on the top, and then there's the once you're inside a section, you have these smaller tabs in here, and so that's what the entire session 0 was all about. So you can always go back to the course page, which will give you an overview of all the material that you can look at, and then navigate from there, right? So other than that, let me just quickly talk you through here. The live sessions is where the link for this call is. So when it's time for the call next time, if you click on live sessions and click on this link, it'll open up the video conference call. I guess many of you use this. But then the important thing I want to talk about is there's a discussion forum here. So if you click on this discussion forum, all of you have ability to participate. So for example, I clicked on this thing called introductions. Please take a minute. I think Malika and Mohit have posted introductions. Please take a minute to introduce yourself later. Of course, if you have the bandwidth to do it while I'm talking, you can do that too. But maybe in a couple of minutes after this call, if you just go in there and introduce yourself, we'll get to know each other better. And I will try as we go through this course to create discussions that you guys can participate in. But you can also create topics. So if you have questions or you want to talk about anything, where you want to start a discussion thread on data science or anything, really do. So for example, I open a thread here on motivations for learning Python, right? So you can go in there and post your comments. Maybe you can help someone who has a question. So please try to use these discussion forums actively. It will develop our community, and I will monitor those conversations and participate as needed as well.